Really? Railroad yard. Levee truck, stuff like that. Going that way.
Look at that big satellite there.
They'll have to go off Air Force Base.
No, we weren't on that side. The other side.
Good news, summer.
Keep looking out to the left. We'll pass the runway and parts on the tarmac. You will probably be able to see some F-15s. This air base used to be actually Fort Ridge Army Base. Fort Richardson is now adjoining it. They'll be coming up soon on the right. Both bases contribute about 1/3 of the economics to Anchorage. Last summer, the Soviet banks also landed here on their way to an air show. They will both be coming back through here in July. We also had President Bush land here this past winter. No, winter 89. The Captain Cook and the Hilton. It's named after a Russian word, Matanuski. It was changed to farming in this area. It's the second largest agricultural area, with the Delta Junction being the first. If you've had the chance to go to the grocery store, you would have seen a milk called Matanuska Bay. They also make yogurt and some cheeses and things like that. That comes from this area. There are two towns here, one named Palmer and one named Wasilla. We will be going through Wasilla. Palmer's about 7 miles up to the right side of the car, about where that gold knoll is. And that was one of the first times in last history people had come up here with intention to stay besides gold mining. We've been seeing it for the last about 20 minutes. Out to the right of the car is Lake Wasilla, popular recreation. The lake is bigger than it looks. It's kind of in the form of a crazy egg. You kind of see where there's two islands come together at the other end of it. It's a popular summer swimming hole. You can see a few people out there right now. The whole lake is surrounded on all sides by houses. We'll be stopping here shortly for the Alaska Railroad customers to get on and off.
What is the temperature of the water? McDonald's now. This lady over here wants to know what the temperature of the water is.
About 40. The temperature of the lake is about 40. You get used to it after about 2 minutes. Most Alaskan kids do grow up swimming in lakes. I personally did not swim in the ocean until I was 15. My record for staying in a lake continuously is about 3 hours. Wasilla has boomed up in the last 10 years. There was none of these fast food restaurants about 5 years ago. They now have 2 traffic lights compared to 1 about 10 years ago. And the last traffic light you'll see is the last one until you hit Prince George, British Columbia. About 2,000 miles from here. The Carr's Groceries chain, you may have seen those throughout Anchorage. They came up here when we came up here in the 1960s. They were one store in Spenard. Now they are multi-millionaires. Wasilla is the 49th state and is over 1,000 miles. It was started in 1923, not flying the cold, and also all the rivers and water were jammed up, so they could not get boats on. So the only thing they could do was put it on the railroad as far as Nenana. In all the years that has been run, only one musher has won the halfway point award and gone on to win Iditarod. Takes about most semesters start out with about 16 dogs. They end up dropping a few along the way. They can drop any at any checkpoint. There are 20 checkpoints with a veterinarian at each one. And also, that's where the mushrooms drop off their 2,500 pounds of dog food. This last year, after Susan Butcher won it, she was invited to visit George Bush at the White House along with her lead dog, Granite. Last year, Joe Runyon, who won it in 1909, visited with Tom Brokaw on NBC News. So it has made national headlines. People in Nome are now complaining because at the finish line they can't get near it due to all the press. The shortest time it's been done is about 10 days. And some of the last finishers are up on the trail for about 21 days. It is very dangerous. One time last year, for the Rookie of the Year award, they had 5 rookies get it because one rookie got